Hi, everyone. Thank you for joining us from all over the world today, and welcome to our international live stream. We hope you've enjoyed our digital event so far, and thank you again for joining us on this live stream today. My name is Aderonke, and I work with the International Office at DMU, where I'm the Senior Country Manager for Sub-Saharan Africa. I'm joined by my colleague today, Mina.
Hi everyone, my name is Mina. Very nice to meet you all. Today we're going to be talking about several different things in the stream today. It's a live stream and we're going to be covering areas such as employability, life in Leicester, fees and the funding options available to all the international students.
Thank you, Mina. We'll also be talking about the various forms of support that we offer to international students, including but not limited to health and well-being support. We'll also be talking about how you can apply to study with us at the Montfort University. Now, just before we start off, a key point to note is that we're still accepting applications for international students for a wide range of degree programs starting in July 2022. We also have Emily Jane, who works in the admissions office. Emily?
Hi all, I'm Emily Jane. I'm the Postgraduate Admissions Manager and I will be explaining the application and CAS process for you shortly.
Fantastic. So I'd like to remind everyone this is a live stream, interactive stream, and it's a live stream. So if you have any questions, please don't hesitate to pop them in the chat, and we'll also try and answer all the questions during the stream as well. And also at the end of the stream, we'll be doing a live Q&A. So if you have any questions, please feel free to get in touch with the member of staff. And so what I want to talk about now is about students. I want to touch about students on how teaching and learning for the students will be. So in terms of teaching, so we are adopting a flexible approach, which means basically, to help us deal with the changes and restrictions, the circumstances at the moment, we have continued with our blended learning, which means there is a mix of face-to-face and online learning. With a face-to-face, it will be smaller groups, and these groups will be lab-based or seminar groups, and while the majority of the lectures will be in big groups, and they can be held online too. We also have DMU Replay. What DMU Replay is essentially is it allows access to recorded on audio-visual content and gives students the ability to rewatch lectures that they may have missed at the times that they would like to watch them, while MS Teams will enable you to take part in engaging interactive live sessions and with your fellow students and lecturers. We also have study spaces, which means there are numerous spaces, study spaces dotted around the campus, and this is accessible for all students. We have a library, which is a 24-hour library. It's open 24 hours. As well as this, we have a number of spaces where there are computers and study areas within the individual faculty. So, for example, we have a business and law faculty, and we have an extensive library in the business and law faculty building. So we also offer text and software support, so for those students that need it. And also we have the skills development opportunities, so which that means that we have dedicated staff on available for support, and they will discuss careers and employabilities and all the other information that you need regards to this. Okay, so I'm going to hand you back over to Aderonke, and she will continue with the talk. Thank you.
Thank you, Mina. Now that takes us nicely onto our next topic, and that's about our award-winning careers and employability service, which is DMU Works. Now, DMU Works is our award-winning career service that helps students to build amazing careers. We recently won the Best University Award for Careers and Employability Service, and that's according to the NUE Awards, that's National Undergraduate Employability in 2021. As a university, we have over 70 staff and dedicated faculty teams focused on supporting employability for students. We offer guaranteed work placements, work experience opportunities for all of our students, and we have a wide range of support services available to them. We offer one-to-one career appointments where students can have a sit down with members of our careers team and discuss everything regarding employability. We offer support services such as helping to prepare their CVs, prepare cover letters, interview prep. We also have sourcing events where students can source for job opportunities. We also have a number of lectures where we have real world employers, and our courses are designed in conjunction with industry experts to ensure that students are focused on employability. They are taught skills that are relevant to the job industry, and they are more employable upon graduation. We equally have what's called DMU for Life. That's our alumni scheme, which has helped to create a global network of DMU alumni. In terms of employability, even after graduation, our students can still use the employability services to help them with applications and finding new job opportunities. We also offer startup and entrepreneurship support, where we have an innovation center for students to meet and discuss new ideas and grow their ventures. Now, there's a postgraduate work scheme available for international students to live and work in the UK 2 years after they have graduated. We also have a wide range of support services available to students to make use of to support these graduate work scheme. We run a number of workshops where you can discover opportunities available to you after graduation. We equally have specialist job platforms such as Student Circles, and Going Global. Now, we'll be showing a video that highlights everything that DMU Works has to offer.
Thank you, Aderanki. That was brilliant. Thank you so much. So what I want to talk about now is I want, as an international student at Democratic University, you can take advantage of our several scholarships that we have on offer. So I just want to talk to you briefly about what we offer to international students. So we have the first scholarship, which is DMU International. This is £1,500. It's a fee reduction, which is available to students. This is on a first come first served basis. And this is based on receipt of £4,000 tuition fee deposit. And so that scholarship is £1,500. The second one we have is High Achievers, which means that this is offered to students who is a scholarship offered to students, and the value of this is £5,000 to international students who have achieved a score of 70% or above in their previous studies. So that's a really good one to look out for. The other scholarship we do have is Sustainability Scholarship. Then we also have a DMU Support Scholarship. So this is a scholarship provided to 5 students who are competing at a high representative level with a scholarship of up to £6,000. And this is to help them and to develop their sporting performances while studying at the university. Lastly, we have a postgraduate alumni scholarship, and this provides DMU graduates with a tuition fee discount of 20%. So for more information, please have a look on our website, and there's links in the chat as well. So what I want to do now is I'm going to hand you over to our Emily Jane, and she's from our admissions team, and she's going to go through the admissions process with you.
Thanks, Mina. So as the postgraduate admissions manager, I'm just going to take you through how to apply, key tips and advice alongside information about CAS letters. So in regards to applying to study an undergraduate or postgraduate course at DMU, you can apply via the online portal or by sending an application via email to admissions. And this is until the 15th of July for the upcoming September-October intake. So if applying via the portal, please be sure to upload all the necessary documents. Also, if applying directly, just make sure that the necessary documents that we'll require in order to process your offer are attached to the email with a completed application form. It's really important that you look at the course entry criteria on the website so that you know what we're going to ask for and that you're fully prepared when submitting your application. This will also prompt you to double check that you're sending everything required, because the quicker that we receive all of the information, the quicker it will be that you receive an offer from DMU if you meet the requirements. So if you don't have a student number and need to email us, please just always give your name and date of birth, as this can help us locate you on the system quickly. Also, just make sure that you've answered all the questions on the application form fully, as this avoids delays in processing your application. For example, if you have a previous visa refusal, please declare it and provide us with the necessary information alongside your application. So moving on to key tips and advice for applicants and inquirers who are looking to apply at DMU. So just make sure that you've done some research into the courses available and what you'd like to study. We've got a brilliant website which has information about each course, the entry criteria, specifics of modules that you might well be studying, lots of information on how the course works and what you can expect. And this will also mean that you get the best fit for you. Also, just ensure that you meet the entry criteria, which is on our website. For example, is your undergraduate degree relevant if you're studying a postgraduate course? If not, do you have relevant experience? It's definitely also worth sending a CV alongside your application, because this also helps us process and possibly even enables us to send that over to the academic if we require an academic decision on an application. So also check that you have all the documents, and just I'm going to take you through some examples of documents that we'll require if this would be useful. So what we require in order to process an offer: qualifications and final transcript showing your consolidated marks, a good personal statement that shows why you wish to study your particular course and at DMU, references. We can't request these on your behalf, so you will need to ensure that it's on letterheaded paper or from a professional email address. Evidence of English language, so for example, IELTS, YX, Standard 12, a copy of your passport, and a portfolio if it's required for your course. So it's also worth mentioning that if you studied in the UK previously, we do require that you send previous UK documentation, such as your previous CAS, BRP, visa, and UK education certificates, as this will support us in processing your offer. So once we received all your documents and we've issued an unconditional offer, providing that you have passed a pre-CAS assessment and financial checks if this is needed, and paid your tuition fee deposit, then you will be eligible for a CAS. So a CAS letter is a document that the UKVI require in order to progress your visa to the UK. We call it a CAS. It's also a confirmation of acceptance of studies. So you are eligible for CAS once you've met all the conditions of offer. So then at that point, you'd hold an unconditional offer. And then again, if you've passed the pre-CAS assessment and financial checks, if applicable. And then once you pay the tuition fee deposit. So we firmly encourage applicants to make the 50% tuition fee deposit as soon as possible, as this is a required deposit in order to register for your upcoming intake. And it's really important that we receive that as soon as possible so that we can issue your CAS as soon as possible. So the deposit will be reflected on your CAS letter and deducted from the money that you'll be required to present to the UKVI for your visa. So the issuance of a CAS letter is an extensive process, and it is important that you understand that we require deposits as soon as possible, at least a couple of months before you intend to submit a visa application. And please do bear with the admissions team at peak times, because we do have devoted, dedicated resource onto processing the CAS letters, onto processing your applications, and we do receive an influx, especially at this time of the year. So it's really important that you understand that we are on the case. It's very important that any deposits that we require are paid as soon as possible, as this will mean that you will get your CAS sooner than later. So that's all from me. I'm going to now hand over to Aderonke to talk about living in Leicester.
Thank you so much, Emily, for walking us through the process of applying to study at the MU. Now I'm going to be talking about the lovely city where we're based, that's Leicester. De Montfort University is located in a really great location, that's Leicester. We are 1 hour from London and 40 minutes from Birmingham by train. And there are really great transportation links, meaning that the university is really accessible from anywhere in the UK. Now, Leicester offers everything you will expect from a city and more. You have everything on your doorsteps. Not only are there great shops, bars, and restaurants, just a short distance from campus, it's also a great place to be a student. And we've actually been ranked one of the top 10 student cities to live and work in based on affordability, that's cost of food, rent, and fun activities to engage in. And that's according to the Student Living Index compiled by NatWest. Now we are a city-based campus, and our campus is less than 5 minutes walk from the center of Leicester City. There are lots of activities to engage in, such as shopping, sports, music, theater, film, comedy, and lots more for students to enjoy. It's also we are also very diverse, meaning that you will feel right at home no matter what part of the world you're from. So it's a really great city to live and study in. We are now going to be playing a video showcasing what Leicester means to one of our alumni.
Leicester will be our next station call in approximately 10 minutes' time.
My name is Aminata. When I first came to Leicester, I was just 18 years old. As soon as I came out of the station and into the city for the first time, I just got this sense that I'm home. Which is strange because I'd grown up in Bexley Heath and all I'd known is London. But here, there were people who looked and sounded just like me. And there was also something else, something really, really special. There was space for me here. Felt visible. People really listened to me. People like the director, who I met at the Curve Cafe by absolute accident, but gave me my first big break. And the radio station, who once had me as a guest and later gave me a job. And the theatre, who put on my work and gave me an audience. Leicester is a big city, no question. It's got shops after shops after shops. It's home to big businesses and major employers. If you want to go out to eat, go for a drink with some friends, you can do that. Leicester's a vibe. Heritage, culture, and a great sense of community. Leicester will give you all that. But most of all, it's a city that will give you a chance. So take it.
This video always makes me smile. It's lovely. So finally, we're going to talk about DMU. We're going to talk about Healthy DMU, which is our student support and wellbeing service. We understand that university life can be busy, and trying to find a balance can be a challenge at times. Self-care and making time for yourself is very important for a healthy you at DMU, and we are here to support you with this. So we have a healthy DMU, which means looking after both your physical and mental well-being with mindfulness and well-being activities and workshops, ranging from physical sports classes to online material to help your mental well-being. We also offer counselling and well-being support. The other option we have is also finding friends. So with new international students, it cannot, you can sometimes feel the pressure to adapt quickly. So, and which is hard. Obviously, you come into a new country, experiencing a new culture and a new life at DMU. So we have international buddy schemes, which is called iBuddy, and this helps to match students with existing DMU students who will be there to help and guide and support you and ease you into the daily lives of DMU. So that is the end of our presentation and our live stream. So we welcome any questions that you may have. I know there's a number of questions that you have posted onto the chat. Most of these questions have been answered by Emily Jane and Aderonke. So please feel free to email us. I'll pass you over to Emily Jane and she can assist you with some questions as well.
Thanks, Mina. So in relation to, I know that there was a question about scholarships and how to benefit from them. So I know that has already been outlined, but essentially it's with the international country discount scholarships, for instance, there's a certain amount that are available. They're not all guaranteed, but the main reason to, I think the main thing to note is that the sooner that you make your deposit payment, the more likely you will be eligible for it. So that's something that I think is quite an important one to note. Mm-hmm. But I can have another look to see if there's any other scholarship information that would be helpful. But I believe that has all been outlined previously. Let me have a quick look. I don't know if possibly we could pop the information in the chat, maybe. But we also have a scholarships page on the DMU website, which is probably the best thing to refer to, which has all the information that we've provided already. So I can see a question in regards to deadlines for applications. So very good question. We do in fact have deadlines for overseas applications. So that deadline is mid-July. So that's next month, 15th of July, we have the application deadline. So it's really, really important that if you're looking at studying at DMU in the October intake, that you are that you're looking to make your application as soon as possible, if not already. So if you're looking at photographic history, then absolutely get your application in. That's one of our newer courses for postgraduate. I'm sure the faculty would be really, really happy to receive that application. So I would definitely say that if you're on this live stream and you're interested in studying at DMU, try and get your application in as soon as possible, and then a member of my team will then refer that over to the faculty. Okay.
I think you've mainly covered all the questions,
Yeah.
Jane, I think, in your presentation, I think.
Thank you. So any particular questions in regards to anybody's personal application or CAS? I can't answer any of that on here. The main thing, and we've already popped that in the chat here, is this, that if you email admissions, we also have a number that you can call. I see that sometimes there's a delay in regards to a response. It's just genuinely because of how busy we are. We're so excited to have all of our applicants to come and join us at DMU. There's a lot of you and it's fantastic. But please do bear with us if there is a wait in regards to responding to an email. We are trying as hard as we can. But in regards to CAS, as I already explained sort of in my part of this presentation, so we understand that visa processing times are longer these days. We completely understand that people want their CAS as soon as possible. So we are on the case with them. And as I say, if you've paid a deposit and that you have passed the pre-CAS assessment, credibility interview, we are on the case with CASs, so please do bear with us. Okay. Looking at we've got an applicant who has completed undergraduate in 2012, planning to apply for the MBA. Do you still need an English language qualification? You do not, because you completed your studies within the UK. That will suffice as an English language requirement. So once we receive that application from yourself, Rizlan, we will have satisfied that English language requirement because of your studies within the UK. Hopefully that answers your question. Okay. We've got quite a few questions still in regards to applications. So offered admission on the portal, accepted the conditional offer. Okay, so if you have if you've seen that you've got an offer on the portal but then haven't received anything official from admissions, that is coming. We're just working through them. We're doing our very best to work through them, so please bear with us, and we'll be in touch. If you have any worries about that, please do email admissions and our inquiry team will pick that up. So looking at when will we start issuing CAS to Nigeria applicants? So we are within CAS issuance period. We are issuing CASs. As I said, please do bear with us because we're trying to get through all of the applications and the CASs for this intake. So providing that the credibility interview and financial checks have been passed, you will be receiving your CAS within the next month or two. I can't give any specific details at the moment, but please do know that we are within the CAS issuance period and we're trying our best. So I can see a few questions in regards to scholarships or the cost of living for international students. All of that information is actually on our website, which we possibly might be able to link within the chat. So we've got a brilliant page for international students on the DMU website. It tends to answer quite a lot of these questions, but you can also get in touch with the international office as well, which will be within the website link, I'd hope. So I can see that that those are being posted in the chat now. Okay.
I think you've covered most of those.
Yeah.
We had a question about work placement. So if you have any queries about work placements, please email work. So there's an email address, which is work.placement@dmu.ac.uk, and the team will get in touch with you in regards to work placements. Is that okay?
Yeah, thank you, Mina, because that work placements isn't something that admissions deals with. We have
Yeah.
a placement team who'll be more than happy to help you with that.
Just waiting for any more questions that we haven't covered, to be honest. And I think
we're pretty much there.
yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Great, thank you. I see that we've got the admissions@dmu.ac.uk email address within the chat now as well. So hopefully that should cover everything. Great. Okay, well, thank you so much, everybody, for joining us. It's been wonderful to interact with you. Thank you so much for your comments and your questions. I think it's brilliant. We're really, really eager to have you come and join us at DMU. And thank you very much.
Thank you, everyone. Thanks for your time.
Thanks.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.